From visa denials to football royalty under pressure, tonight's World Cup conversation has two very different storylines. First up, you've got FIFA President Infantino, who's facing mounting criticism over America's immigration policies after referees, journalists, and fans have found themselves caught in a web of visa restrictions, cornered over the denial of entry to Somali referee Omar Abdul Qadir Artan and the growing complaints from supporters across multiple nations. Infantino has defended FIFA's handling of the crisis and, of course, defended the United States as well. Listen in to what the FIFA chief had to say first.
It's true that we are confronted with challenges that we would rather not be confronted, and when we are confronted with these challenges, then we have to deal with them. And sometimes we can solve them, and other times we cannot solve them, and we try just to make the best out of it. Truth is, we have been able, when it comes to the US in particular, where the highest number of games are taking place, to organize with the American administration the FIFA pass system, so a speedy procedure to obtain the visas, which I am told is working. Of course, it is unfortunate as well what happened to Omar, the referee from Somalia.
But hey, whilst FIFA battles an off-field storm, another question is brewing on the pitch. We're talking about 41 years old Cristiano Ronaldo, CR7, who's preparing for a record 6th FIFA World Cup. Yet Portugal's final warm-up game against Nigeria has raised uncomfortable questions. Ronaldo failed to score, missed several clear chances, looked visibly frustrated, and was substituted after the 65th minute. Of course, that's also to give other players some minutes on the pitch. But to help put this into perspective, Ranjit Bajaj, owner, coach, chief pusher when it comes to Minerva Academy FC and Delhi FC. Not many people across the country understand football like Ranjit does. Ranjit, many thanks for taking out the time. We're going to quickly go across some of these pointers as well. We'll keep Infantino aside for a second. I'm sure you watched CR7's last game as well. You've got an incredible, midfield when you come to Portugal. Do you think Ronaldo is that chink in Portugal's armor? I mean, the guy's a legend. There's no doubt about that. But do you think there's always a twilight to any superstar? Has that twilight arrived? What's your assessment on that?
See, like you just said, that incredible midfield. I think the best midfield in the World Cup. Because you got people like Bruno Fernandes and you got Vitinho, and with that kind of a midfield, I really don't think there should be any problems in feeding the forward. Now, were they able to do it? Yes, they were. Were they easy chances? Yes, they were. And did he fluff them up? Yes, he did. And was he angry with himself? Yes. And I'm not a Ronaldo fan, but he was at that right place. See, with a striker, you see that whether he was there at the right place or not. He will miss goals. Ronaldo has missed penalties, which has got them out of the Euros. Messi has missed penalties, which have lost them the Copa, but that doesn't matter because they've gone on and won it. That's what they are, champions. So I wouldn't read too much into that one match. That we'll see after the group actually starts. Because he just played 45, 50 minutes. And so
5 games, 5 goals scored by the talisman. But there were a couple of chances created in that Nigeria game again, where you see you had João Neves, you had Vitinha, you had Bruno Fernandes, and it's going to be a tough headache for the coach whether to play these 3 or bring in Bernardo Silva. I mean, that's a different ballgame altogether. But there were moments where they sort of chose to play Ronaldo when they could have played or pushed the ball to the outsides, make a better cross in. Of course, nobody can take away from Ronaldo that he knows when to be at the right place at the right time. And his hunger for goals, I think there's nobody in comparison to that. But I think players, the midfield wants to feed into Ronaldo as much as possible, and that might just bite Portugal's gameplay as well.
Yes, that's true. Because if you keep looking for one man and he's not in form, then you are actually, shooting yourself in the foot. But I would reserve my judgments for after the first group stage matches are over. Because even if he comes on to form right then, I don't think Portugal will have a problem. See, because why they keep feeding him? Because whenever they fed him before, he scored.
Ranjit, I was just talking about, Ronaldo at the World Cup. I mean, this is historic in its own essence. 22 World Cup appearances, but only 8 goals to show for it. Of course, there was a hat-trick in the first match against Spain in 2018, but nothing more to show for it. And no goals in the knockout stage. Maybe it changes this time, but the form does not say the same.
I would say that if you want to be a GOAT, and I know there'll be a lot of Ronaldo fans who hate me for this, but all the GOATs have done exceptionally well in the World Cup. If you don't do well in the World Cup, you are not, doesn't matter how many Ballon d'Ors you have, and doesn't matter what else you've done. If you've not done well for your country, and for when you say country, there's only one thing which defines your country, which is the World Cup. So but the good thing is he's got a chance to redeem himself. He's got this chance to redeem himself, and he can now end his career on a high. It doesn't need to be that Portugal goes all the way.
One final shot at that trophy that he's missing from his cabinet. Ranjit, before we let you go, final 20 seconds on Infantino's defense as well. Would you like to throw some light? He was finally put in that awkward position where he said chill and relax, but the journalists weren't really having it. And the question was quite clear. Is FIFA losing grip on its own tournament?
They have. They've already lost the grip. And they have given up, because with the kind of things he's saying that I can't do anything about it, he's just told us that he has no control.
Okay.
When the FIFA president is telling you that we can just request them. So unless and until something really horrible happens, I really don't think Infantino will even say one word.
I've completely run out of time here. Ranjit, it's a pleasure always to have you with us, and it's great that you're with us. Before we let you go, one final prediction. Tonight, the matches begin. South Africa versus Mexico. What do you think is going to happen?
I would go for Mexico there.
Okay.